I was introduced to these many, many years ago. I remember I saw the first version of this, and I thought it was brilliant because literally it will lock out anybody from trying to push your door in. Even if they can pop the locks or use a screwdriver, they can't push the door open because the leverage against the doorknob using the security bar is too heavy for them to push in, so it gives you protection. I always recommend if you have a door that's far away from your bedroom, where you couldn't even hear it if somebody came in. I'm talking about maybe the side entrance to your garage. A lot of you have an entry door to your basement. We don't have that many basements here in Florida, but you know what? They're usually, when they are here, they're very far away from when we go to sleep being able to hear them. So this is a great way to not only protect you and your family, kids in dorms, right? All they gotta do is put it behind the door, nobody will be able to get in that door. It will hold off over 350 pounds. So literally, you need a burglar to be 400 pounds to open that door, and the chances of that happening are probably not very good. So you really are getting safety and security. Some of the features, it comes completely assembled. It has a built-in alarm, which will go off when it's jiggled. Okay, it's made of solid steel construction except for the cuffs. The cuffs are a hard resin material to wrap around the doorknob. As I said, it withstands 350 pounds of force, and it'll work on carpets, it'll work on wood floors, it doesn't matter, and all you do is jam one end up under the knob and let the other end rest against the ground, and there is no way to push that door open. It is a customer pick. I love this as a great gift if you've got kids away at school. I know my son Danny's away at school. His girlfriend Lily's away. I always worry, you know, when they're coming home at night, you know, are they gonna be safe and secure? This is a great way to be safe. My good friend and a jack of all trades, this guy knows a lot about a lot of stuff. He was in the construction business for years and years and years. He can build you anything, but I know he also has a very precious family that he's trying to protect. Let me introduce you to Craig Rapahana, my buddy. How are you, bud?
Good, mate. Hey, thanks for having me this morning. Yeah, absolutely. Life changes when you're got a family and you got a little girl and you want to protect. And like with Danny, you know, out in college, out in the big world, you got to continue as a dad that security. But you know, just touching base on this is that, like Guy said, we had the earlier model, but what makes this one unique is we added the alarm system to it because, you know, you guys wanted that. Oh, well, what about an alarm? And we listened to that. We wanted those great ideas. And that's it. The minute you touch it, that goes off. And it's really simple. It's got a little tab on the side there. You turn it on, and no matter if you've got a knob or a handle, the minute someone touches it, that alarm goes off. And it's a great alarm because you can hear it on the other side of the house. Like if you're in the Midwest, you've got the basements, or you're upstate New York areas, you've got those high windows and stuff. You can put that in it as well. But what makes it really, and maybe you haven't seen this before, but it's really going to come out of the box like this, which is, I absolutely love it because even though I'm in the trades, I don't like to read
You got enough projects, Craig. You got enough projects.
Yeah, I just get the instructions and push it to the side. But you get instructions. But the beautiful thing about it is it comes like this, okay? You're going to get, let me start with the York. You've got this little U-shaped York in here. This is brilliant because it's designed, whether you have a handle or you have the knob like you have there in the studios with Guy, it doesn't matter. It fits underneath perfectly. So it doesn't damage, it protects, but it also holds that pressure. And then, of course, you've got all these holes down the side, right? Okay, looks like one of those instruments, right? But it's got a little tab here, so you can push the tab in, you can rotate it and slide it up and down, so you can adjust it to any window, any door. So it's really a two-in-one, and I'm going to show you how you can use this on your slider. And then the bottom bit, you know, take a look at this. This is a 360-degree ball joint, and it's designed so you can have it on any angle that you want. And it's got a non-skid technology right there, which you'll love. And I think you can see there's a slight little groove. Let's see if I can see it. See, that lets that air out. So it gives you that force pressure. So like Guy was saying, you know, 360 or 350 pounds of force pressure because no one's going to come through with this door. No wires, no electrical, no contractor like me turning up to put it in. Out of the box, up against the door, you're good to go, mate.
Yeah, I just set mine off. So I don't know how close you guys can get to it, but right on the side, right here, there is a little red button, and Josh is gonna move a camera in for us so we can show it. There it is, right there. Thanks, bud. So right now, it's off. So you know, if I bang the door, nothing happens. If I touch the doorknob from the other side, you can see nothing is happening, right? Watch when I turn the little alarm on, and you'll hear it. That means it's on. Now I'm gonna go back here, and I want you to watch that doorknob. As soon as I move it, Look at that. I barely even turned it on. That is going to set the whole world in motion, because if you are in bed, you're going to get up, call 911, do what you have to do, grab whatever defensive system you have set up, all right? I know you're all different, but you're going to be able to react. And, the whole thing, Craig, with safety,
yep.
I find, the whole thing, what is your reaction time? How quickly are you made aware of it? We know it's the case with fires in the house. We know it's the case with almost anything. What is your how quickly and what is your plan? People that survive hurricanes and tornadoes, normally they've got a plan, okay? I have a plan to go in a basement. I have a plan to have 10 gallons of water. I have food stored. This is a plan to protect you if somebody breaks into your house, an alarm goes off. Because before, Craig, without the alarm, if somebody did manage to somehow break that door down and they're on the other side of the house and you can't hear it, then it hasn't done its job. This not only will be very, very difficult to open, if it's even touched. So if a criminal comes up and they just want to see if the door's locked, and they turn that handle and the alarm goes off, they're going in the other direction, and you have just taken one of those steps to protect you and your family. I think for $22.95, Craig, this is a steal of a deal on something like this that's so important.
Yeah, and it works both ways. I love products that you can also get home, and once you get home, you start to realize, like, oh, I never thought about this. I never thought about that. Well, I got 2 boys under 5, and they're like, oh, they're little rugrats. They love to get out and go walkabouts, as we call it back home. And so the alarm lets me know when they sneak out the garage door or they sneak out the door towards the pool. And I've got prevention, I've got little locks and that, but they like to get out there and play with stuff. So it's letting, so it's good for me as a dad, letting know that people are going outside versus, and also coming in as well. But what I want to show you here is I've got it propped up against the door. Now with the rubber molded foot, which is a non-skid technology, I've got it on this carpet. This is it's a carpet, but it slides around a bit. But all right, let me turn the alarm, because you get so used to turning it on, right? So look at this. This is not going to come through. Nothing is going to happen there because it has that non-skid. So even if you remove the carpet, let's say you've got wood flooring, right? Or you've got tile, same thing. It's not going to come anywhere, because when you put a solid pressure of a 40 gauge, okay, I'll give you a little fun fact. Your roof is about 26 gauges, okay? This is 40 gauge heavy duty steel. That means that no one's going to come through this. And when you prop it against the floor, prop it against the door where the solid part of the door is, no one is going to come through. And that's what I absolutely love about it, because you've got that peace of mind. You flick on the alarm and you're good to go,
Yeah, and what's great about it really too is that no matter what size door you have, it'll work on any door realistically, because as long as you got a knob on a door, it'll adjust in size. Some are higher than others, some are a little bit lower. You don't have to worry about that. If you're putting in a slider, it's ideal. Rather than putting a piece of wood in a slider where you have to try to cut to make it perfect, you can adjust this so you can use it on different areas of your home. It'll work on any floor surface. Having the alarm makes all the difference in the world to me, because now even if they're able to put a screwdriver in there and unlock it, they can't physically move the door. That is the premise of this whole thing. It's ideal for travel. It could be in a hotel room. Maybe you don't feel comfortable about jumping in the shower when you're in a hotel room because they got the magic key and you don't want them walking in on you. So you want to be able to do it there. Kids in college, kids in dorm rooms. We hear awful stories about what can happen on college campuses, right? So you want to make sure your kids are okay. They go there for an education and something terrible could happen. And listen, there's bad people everywhere. It's unfortunate. This is a way to be able to protect yourself. It's a smart thing to do. It really is. And if you, especially if you live alone, I think this is a big helper for people that live alone, Craig.
Absolutely. And, one of the things we forget is it's 2-in-1. So by pulling this little tab right here, you're pulling it out, and now you can take this end off. Now it becomes flat. So you turn it like so, and then you can fully adjust it and put it into any door, any slider, any window. That's the beautiful thing about it. And we sometimes forget because we have French doors, right? But if you have sliders or you have a window, this is absolutely perfect because you can fully adjust it to whatever size you want and plug it. And being this 1.5 inches thick, you don't have to worry about the old days, right? The old school where you used to stick the old broom handle in there and then get mum's fork to try and get it out.
I know.
No more bending the forks.
All right.
We use this. And it can be seen. So as well, if you want to have it decorative, so fit into the frame,
good idea.
Perfect. But if you want someone to see it, what better way to get a color that can be seen as well?
And by the way, we have it in 2 colors. I didn't mention that. It's in white and it's in silver. They all work the same. Get one of these home. You're going to love it. Craig Repahana, it's good to see you, my man. I hope to see you soon.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right, buddy.
Be safe.
Take care, you too. 692-944, and it is a customer pick on hsn.com. Come on over, we're gonna have some fun now. You know, about 3 weeks ago, I presented you with one of our e-bikes. I think it's sold out in like 2 airings. It went by so quickly. We got a brand new one.